So hello internet, I'm Daniel, as you probably know by now, and yeah, I've got an interesting day ahead, so I decided to shoot a vlog. I've just filled up the car, given a pitch training of about 1.5 hours, and now I'm about to start a road trip to Cologne, which is about 920 kilometers, to hold a keynote tomorrow, and I decided it's a good chance to shoot a vlog. So welcome to a new vlog, and hi. So I've made it to the hotel after about 920 kilometers or something like that, which were quite interesting. A very, very long drive. I'm a bit tired, as you can tell, and now it's time for me to kind of try and relax a little bit, have a shower, have something to eat, which is very important. Then I'll kind of go through my keynote for tomorrow. Should be quite curious. And yeah, actually one of the speakers, by the way, who's speaking tomorrow is a certain Dr. Klitschko. Yes, so I hope to get to see him. That should be quite cool. But obviously now I'll focus on my keynote and yeah, take you along for it, of course, tomorrow, which we'll fast forward to now. So good morning from Cologne. Arrived at the venue, just kind of looking to find the entrance. Parking was a bit of a challenge, but let's see, but it does look good. It's always good to plan sufficient time for parking or finding entries or simply getting lost, which I didn't today. So yeah, anyhow, excited. Let's do this. So I've just been given some makeup. So do I look fresh? Do I look fresher? I don't know, I always find it quite funny to actually get makeup, but anyhow, it's part of it. It's fun. Yes, I can admit it. It's okay. Getting makeup on for the stage. Speaking of which, it's about half an hour to go, and I've just found out that I will not be able to see my slides, you know, in advance, and I will not be able to see a timer, which is a bit of a challenge, because you know I always ask in advance, will I get this, will I get that, and I was told yes, and it's no. Anyhow, that proves me why it's so important to rehearse and to know what you're getting yourself into. Speaking of which, I think it's also always important, if that kind of stuff happens, to not be unfriendly or impolite or whatever it is, and especially not to get distracted, but to even focus more on what you need to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and grab some coffee somewhere and focus on my keynote now. Should be a challenge. Oh, and by the way, it's a very special type of stage. It's a so-called silent stage. That means people are going to hear me via headphones, which is an even bigger challenge, but I like challenges, quite simply because normally you have a momentum in the crowd, you know, if one person laughs, everyone joins in, it's easy. In this case, you have to kind of try and get every single person individually. I like doing that. It's a challenge. It's a bit weird initially when you talk and just there's no sound, no reaction as such. But anyhow, today is a bit of a professional challenge, and I like that. So let's go for it. So I've received my makeup, now let's go and get the microphone. And yeah, I'm at the conference, and the funny thing is, if there's a topic you're looking into and you want to see how mature it is, go to a conference and look around, and you'll see, or need to count, how many middle-aged men in suits do you see? A lot. Meaning this topic is somewhat mature. I find it quite interesting, nothing against middle-aged men in suits, but it's just interesting to see how digital conferences have shifted over time, very quickly over time, from a bunch of, yeah, you know, younger, weirdo, hipster types to a lot of middle-aged men in suits, which is, well, it's a fun topic. Important middle-aged men in suits. By the way, what am I doing right now? I haven't learned anything off by heart here, but I'm rather going through the rough story I'm trying to tell. I'm trying to still recap how did I get from what picture to the next. And the funny thing with my keynotes, I only, or nearly always use either big pictures or very simple big sentences, big lettering. No complicated slides. I like that, and usually when I actually say something I only come up with actually while being on stage, so I feed off my own energy, and I like it. It's always a bit of a challenge, but I really love that. So even if I have keynotes I've held maybe 100 or 200 times, it's still exciting what I come up with that time. By the way, I'm getting that funny look. Who's he talking to right now? I'm talking to you, but some people think I'm a bit weird and talking to this plant. Yes, I'm actually talking with the plant. Anyhow, I'm going to focus on what I'm going to do now, and looking forward to my coffee. So I've just ended my keynote. It was real fun, but quite challenging, but in a good way. And you know what I always find quite interesting is in preparation, it just kind of showed me today, and it all worked flawlessly for me in a good way, that preparation is everything. And you need to prepare not for the work, for the ideal, the perfect scenario, but rather also kind of think things through, what you would do in case certain issues don't work the way you need them. And if something doesn't work, find solutions to overcome them. There's a slogan, I think that's from the United States Marine Corps, but you have to check on it. And they always say, improvise, adapt, overcome. And I love that. If something doesn't work the way you want, improvise, adapt to the problem, and overcome it. And most importantly, I also think if you go on stage and maybe you're not 100% happy with whatever happened because it's not the way you presumed it would be, leave that anger off stage. Do not take it on stage with you. Not anger, but you know, if there's something confusing. Your audience has nothing to do with that, and just go for it, enjoy yourself. I wasn't upset today when I'm just kind of saying it. And then just enjoy yourself and really rock the stage.